Hello, everyone. Welcome back to The Prestige. Today, we are breaking down the UFC 324 co-main event, Sean O'Malley versus Song Yadong, in a three-round fight. If you are new to the UFC, this is a classic striker versus pressure fighter matchup, and we'll keep it easy to follow for beginners while diving into the stats and details that the hardcore fans love. Let's break it down section by section. First, the fight style interaction map. How these two styles actually play against each other. Sean O'Malley's primary style is a distance counter striker. He loves picking opponents apart from range with precise shots. His secondary is a kickboxer. Long kicks and teeps will control space. Song Yadong's primary is pressure boxer. He marches forward with heavy hands to overwhelm. And his secondary is power wrestler, recently sharpened with judo and wrestling focus under coach Justin Flores. The preferred phases for each fighter is Sean O'Malley wants open distance to use his volume and counters. Song wants to close the pocket range for big punches or clinch setups into takedowns. In the phases they want to avoid is O'Malley hates the clinch and the groundwork, and Song's control can trap him there. Song avoids extended range where O'Malley's 5-inch reach and accuracy will dominate. How and when they will collide? The fight explodes in the mid-range. Song's pressure tries to smother O'Malley's counters, but O'Malley's footwork aims to reset the distance. If Song uses his upgraded wrestling to force transitions, it gets messy. O'Malley's post-surgery camp focus is all about staying calm and resetting. Now, the win funnels, the clear path each fighter needs to follow to win. Sean O'Malley's win funnel will be to use his 5-inch reach to bait Song's advances with feints and volume, and dictate pace at distance with high striking output. He has 6.3 significant strikes per minute, punishing Song's forward movement. And he'll accumulate damage for a late round knockout or clear decision via output edge. Song Yadong's win funnel will be to use forward pressure and power. He has a 0.78 knockdown rate per fight, which is very good, and collapse distance against Sean O'Malley's movement, and mix strikes with wrestling entries to control and clinch and use the groundwork. He also needs to land heavy shots in exchanges or grind to a submission or decision via top control. And here are the strengths that each brings specifically to this fight. Sean O'Malley has a superior reach and striking volume to exploit Song's pressure tendencies. O'Malley lands clean when opponents come forward. He has a high takedown defense, 60%, and that'll counter Song's grappling entries, especially with his focused post-surgery camp. And his recent sprinting pace emphasis wears down Song's 23.4% control efficiency over 3 rounds. And for Song Yadong, use explosive power punching to target O'Malley's lower absorption per minute rate in close range bursts. He needs to use his improved wrestling under his new coach, Justin Flores, to exploit any lingering hip surgery effects that Sean O'Malley may have if he does get to fight to the ground. And he needs to use his durability and pace to let him absorb the early volume to force clinch phases in the fight. And on the flip side, the weaknesses that can get targeted for each fighter. For Sean O'Malley, he has a vulnerability to pressure that can push him to the cage, triggering Song's clinch takedowns like we've seen in past tough spots. Post-hip surgery, recovery might be tested and sustained ground control if transitions happened. And then he has lower clinch defense, 32%. So he risks a lot of damage if Song closes consistently. That means like when they're in the clinch, he has bad striking defense. Now for Song Yadong, he has shorter reach, so that exposes him to O'Malley's counters and forward marches. And he has moderate striking defense that can be overwhelmed by volume and open space. And he does have a reliance on winning decisions, which is 45% of his wins, which may falter against O'Malley's pace and if he can't secure control time. The hidden detail that the numbers reveal for this fight is that Sean O'Malley's improved phase transition defense post-hip surgery, showing higher efficiency escaping the clinch, modified by his distraction-free camp. Why it's missed is most analyses use historic pre-surgery stats, and recent Coach Welch interviews do highlight recovery and focus, not yet in the aggregate data. And when it appears is in the early rounds during Song's pressure attempts, escalating in rounds 2 and 3 if grappling attempts fail. Now it'll benefit Sean O'Malley because it prevents Song's control funnel, which lets him reset to striking dominance. Now our 100,000 Monte Carlo simulations run the fight thousands of times using real data, and Sean O'Malley starts with a base edge from reach and volume, adjusted for Song's wrestling upgrades and O'Malley's surgery recovery. 3-round format favors O'Malley's early pace. Finishes are biased by data, and O'Malley is heavily on decisions and KOs, and Song on power shots and submissions. So the volatility is pretty stable. The lower finish rate means it often goes to decision. And Sean O'Malley has a 65.1% chance to win with 29.4% by knockout, 0.3% by submission, and a 35.4% chance to win by decision. And Song Yadong an 18.2% by knockout, 4.1% by submission, and 12.6% by decision. And the most common window that the fight finishes is round 3 between minutes 1 and 3, and it's pretty stable around that outcome. In the end, Sean O'Malley's distance control and volume striking overwhelmed Song Yadong's pressure over 3 rounds. In the end, Sean O'Malley's distance control and volume striking overwhelmed Song Yadong's pressure over 3 rounds, leading to a decision or late knockout. His win funnel exploits reach and pace, especially with his focused camp prep countering Song's wrestling upgrades. The hidden detail of O'Malley's enhanced escape efficiency post-surgery disrupts Song's transitions, tipping the scales. If this fight flips, it's because Song capitalizes on early power shots or sustained ground control from his judo enhancements, turning pressure into dominance. What do you think? O'Malley decision, Song knockout? Drop your predictions below. I read every one. Smash that like if this breakdown helped you. Subscribe for more deep dives and turn on notifications so you don't miss the full card series. Thanks for watching. Let's see who wins this fight.